EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. The veteran kicker Mason Crosby set to do the honors here, and off we go from Lambeau. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. Now it's Wilson. Steps away to his left. Now he'll pull it down. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. A first carry now for Marshawn Lynch, pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. On 3rd down, they go Lynch. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. He's got Lockett. Tyler Lockett. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 51 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Working from the gun, Rodgers. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 41-yard line. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. Now Rodgers. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And that is incomplete here.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
They'll run with Marshawn Lynch. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Second and 5 now. Wilson, he'll get this out to Lynch, complete. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Now Lynch, and he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Wilson to throw. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 25-yard line.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down. They'll run with Lynch. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They try again with Lynch. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. They'll run for it with Lynch. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. 4th down. Here's Wilson. Out to it. And it's a Seattle Seahawks touchdown.
The defense was almost too good on that play. They took away all of his targets. The one thing they forgot, to account for him as a runner. And he was able to tuck it and go for the end zone and get it done.
Now Myers for the extra point. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll make the score 14-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here. They could really put them in command before intermission. This is caught inside the 15. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 35. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Forced out to his left. He finds Lynch. It's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The 10th carry of the game for Marshawn Lynch. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up first and goal now. 3 yards is the gain that time, second and goal.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Lynch, the lone man in the backfield. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Marshawn Lynch taking it in. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. The extra point now coming from Myers. And it is now 21-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And that's complete to Adams. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting.
And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 35. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful, because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. He's going to get this out to Marshawn Lynch. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes us 2nd and 9. Here's Wilson. That's complete. He's got Lynch out of the backfield. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They start the second half here with Williams. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now this throw caught left side. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. They'll try to get something going with Marshawn Lynch. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Wilson. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Zadarius Smith. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. The first defensive back taken in this year's draft, Darnell Savage there to knock that one away. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Here we go on 4th with Wilson. Flushed out right. That's caught by Hollister. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Hey, nothing to see here, just your standard